James Prime here, and today I'm in Glasgow, Scotland. Now, what I want to do today is I want to go around and ask the Scottish ladies what they think about American guys. Now, for this, I'm going to try to get some older and some younger, but we'll see how that goes. Now, to help cut down on any bias they may have towards me because I am American, I'm going to disguise myself as Canadian. So, hi, I'm James, and I'm from just outside Toronto. My favorite letter in the alphabet is Z. Alright, well, I think my disguise works, so let's go find some Scottish people and get some of their thoughts. First question is, have you ever met an American guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
No. No, I've never met an American guy, no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I worked with several when I worked overseas.
Never met personally, but I would love to.
Yeah.
I have met American guys.
Yep. Yeah.
No, I haven't. I haven't met one.
Yes, because I have American family.
What are your general thoughts on American men?
So, America, I haven't really been to America, but I always kind of wasn't too keen on Americans. Just, I don't know why really. Like my ex-partner never was fancied America, and then he went with the kids and had an amazing time. Said the Americans were so friendly and really nice, and thought it was really, really good.
I think they're quite nice. I mean, the people that I've met are quite nice, but Jockey plays football, tall, built, quite good looking.
They're not like Scottish guys. Scottish guys are a bit more manly, a bit more rowdy, and then American men I feel are more feminine, in touch with their feminine side.
Right.
And then maybe more Prince Charming material rather than a Scottish boy.
I imagine a big person, a McDonald's eating person. I don't know. I mean, it's just the stereotypes that there is about America, obviously because they love fast food and stuff like that. So how I see American man is probably somebody who's big and eating McDonald's.
Right. Okay.
Young women attract men whether they're 19 or 99, but sadly older women get ignored regardless, so whether they're American men or Scottish men or wherever.
They seem based from movies, quite athletic, I think. Athletic, based from movies and stuff, the typical high school American movies.
I somehow see the rapper guy with low jeans. I don't know what's up with me, or a basketball wall, something along those lines. But he'd be pretty chill and be like, "Hi, babes."
I just think so obviously they're athletic and they'll be on the football team or something, popular boys, if you know what I mean.
Have a bonding with someone on account of political perspective, perhaps, rather than is this person American or Irish or Scottish or anything else.
Right.
And I think one has to beware of generalisations. Having said that, I suppose that to Scots, I have the idea that you hear an American tourist before you see them, but maybe people think that of Scots. I don't know.
I think they're actually very nice because my Uncle Billy's really nice.
I wouldn't say anything about look-wise because I don't think that really matters. I will think that we're really open-minded, really probably polite, open-minded, and fun to be around. I don't know. I think American people just all about the fun, and we don't really take themselves really seriously.
Right.
That's my thoughts. Yeah.
Just more polite.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't like them because they're annoying and they have stupid accents,
Right.
and they just seem like they're complete weirdos.
Right.
Basically. Yeah.
I like it. Okay.
I don't like Americans. They're really annoying. But you're fine because you're Canadian.
I'm Canadian. That's right. What do you think about American accents?
I like the American accent, it's quite cool actually, but I love how there's a different accents, really quite sexy.
I like it.
I actually don't mind them. I think they're quite nice sometimes. If it's an American in Scotland, I'm oh, that sounds a bit weird.
Right.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. It's neither here nor there.
I don't mind it. I think it's a good accent. I really like the New York accent. That's a different one. So New York, yeah.
It's quite unusual to find an American accent here in Scotland, I think. But watching a movie, it's completely normal. Yeah, I like them. I think they're quite soothing, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, it identifies somebody, but I don't have a good enough ear to distinguish between an American and a Canadian accent.
I think it sounds pretty nice. Yeah, it's a good accent. Like British and American is one of my favorites. I will be probably. Yeah.
No, I'm not a fan. I don't like it.
I don't think they're up there because they're a bit more soft, a bit more gentle. But like, yeah, it's okay. There's all different types of ones as well, so.
Okay, so it's like...
Yeah, it's okay. It's not the best, but it's not the worst.
How do you think American men are compared to Scottish men?
They're just a lot nicer and different, like, they don't act the same.
They're more boyfriend material. Right. Yeah, probably, I would say.
In the movies, like, it seems a lot more, obviously it's a movie, so like it just seems a lot more cooler, do you know?
American men were possibly more confident, but then the American men we would be exposed to have the wealth for a start to come abroad.
Just because I never met like American man, so it's really hard to say. But as my friend said, like we always been around Scottish guys, we have like Scottish pals and stuff. So I would think my preference probably will be Scottish, but as I said, like I never met American man before, so it's really hard to say. So I'm kind of in between. I really don't mind that much probably.
I think American guys seem a bit more chill than Scottish men. I don't really know why. I feel like Scottish people like to go out drinking a lot. They just seem more like laid back, go like out places, like adventurous stuff instead of just like go to a pub.
I prefer Scottish men.
Kind of thinking like they're a wee bit cringy. Like, obviously that's like acting and everything from films and stuff, but I just kind of think it'd be a bit cringy and all that, like compared to people we know like from here.
Right.
So.
Do you know what? I just finished watching The Outlander. I'm sorry, but that just made me fall in love with Scotland. I see a man in a kilt and I'm like, please marry me.
If you had a list of preferred nationalities that you would date, where do you think American men would fall on that list? So, like somewhere near the top, middle, bottom, something like that.
The middle one. Middle? I think like I always say that I would like to date somebody whose English is like the first language.
Okay.
Right, okay, for me, probably 5.
Definitely like not the top, but like maybe somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
For me, probably will be the same. Like English has to be the first language, and I think the first choice definitely will be Scottish guy.
Yeah, maybe like top 3 maybe, just because like I don't come across like a lot of American men.
Right.
Middle top.
Okay.
I also think that American would be somewhere in the middle because I would go for Scottish or English guy at first. Well, Scottish at the very top is just my thing right now. Maybe we'll change our perspective, you know what I mean? Like we've never met one, so it would be interesting to do that.
If somebody wants to change our mind, you know,
Okay.
give it a go.
All right, gentlemen, there it is. That's what a handful of Scottish ladies think about American men. Now, good, bad, and different. Keep in mind that their opinions don't represent all of, Scottish women. So take what they say with a grain of salt. To everyone in this video who participated, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. You guys are legends. Now, to my American brothers out there, I'm curious to hear what you thought about their responses. Let me know.